ILOVEYOU here. I just wanted to make a quick video for you about creativity, writer's block, and how to tap into this infinite well of creativity within you, whether you're a creative person or not. We all can use creativity in our lives, and that is the solution to all the world's problems will come when we tap into this creativity, whether it be for political, for fixing the political systems, whether it's for solving problems in school, whether it's for creating masterpieces with music, whether it's for having harmony in our relationships. Tapping into the infinite well of creativity is what we all need to do in order to get everything we want in our life. So if you're a songwriter or any type of creative person, a musician, producer, and you're looking for ways of unleashing more creativity or tapping into creativity, or maybe you're experiencing some writer's block and you want to get this block out of the way, it just seems like you just can't get creative right at this moment. Well, it's very simple, and all we have to do is change the way we look at creativity and do a simple practice of meditation to unleash it. So creativity is not something that comes from within us. It's something that comes through us. You'll notice the times when you are most creative are the times when you were really not thinking, when you were really, really sad to the point where your mind kind of shut down, or when you were sort of in a meditative state, or perhaps in the early morning, right when you're coming out of sleep, and your mind's really not turned on yet. So the best creativity, and even Einstein, said that most of his insights came out of sleep. And so there's some really, you can look at, the seeds that grow flowers. They grow in darkness, in silence and in darkness. So the creative force that keeps your heart beating, that keeps the worlds turning, that holds all matter together, keeps your eyeballs in place. This is the same creative force that creates music, and it creates symphonies, it creates great plays and great inventions, and all we need to do to tap into this infinite creative impulse that is just trying to flow through us all the time is we need to relax the mind a bit, and the best way to do that is through meditation. I have to tell you, I started writing music around the age of 17, and a lot of turmoil with my parents at that age, 15, 16, 17, and it was so overwhelming, and I kind of got really, depressed and sort of shut down, and I would just sort of lay in bed and just be sad, and a lot of times what would happen is my mind would get so depressed, so upset, that it would just be overwhelming, and I would just lay there in this dullness. But what would happen is there would be moments of emptiness because of that, because my mind was so overwhelmed, it put it into overdrive. It just shut everything down, and then I would have a song idea. It would be awesome, and then I did this thing for a while, this kind of depression thing, and I wrote sad songs, and then over the years, eventually I started meditating, and I always had quite a high level of creativity from probably the age of 17 on, 18 on, but the real creativity didn't start kicking in until I started meditating. And I had been meditating for years, and then my girlfriend and I at the time kind of broke up. And then I decided, I'm really going to focus on myself and ramp up my practice because I just need to focus. I was really sad because we broke up, and I didn't want to, but I had to, and I just wasn't in a good place, and so I thought, well, I'm going to really focus on myself and meditate, and I started doing it consistently twice a day, and it wasn't until then that this spark of creativity just started downloading into me. And I really can't take credit for my creations because they're just there. I didn't say, I'm going to create now, okay, this is what it's going to be. It's not like that. It's just there all of a sudden. And it was through emptying my mind and purifying my mind that I was able to kind of hollow myself out so that I could receive more creative energy. And this is how you too can get more creative and can channel more creative energy. One of the biggest secrets to creating is stop trying to create. Stop sitting down at your guitar or your piano or at your script paper and stop trying to make something. If you play music, just play your instruments. Don't necessarily, you could play other people's music, but just play it for fun. Just be with your instrument and don't try to create anything. The best, it's really interesting because I've just always had this ability to just play my instrument and not, play other people's music. I learned a couple songs here and there, but I always forget how to play covers, and everybody asks me to play a song, and I'm like, I don't know any songs because I just forget. And then when I sit down on my instrument, I just play it for fun, for discovery, for enjoyment. And then, like 9 times out of 10, when I pick up my guitar, a song comes out because I'm just playing it. And I'm not thinking about it. I'm just using this kind of open awareness and that I've kind of honed through meditation. Because in meditation, when you focus on one thing, it lets all of your discursive thoughts drop away. And then you have more mental space. And you can't get new creative ideas if your mind's full of complaining, and full of anger, and full of judgment, and full of wanting, full of desire. You can't get what you want until you give up what you want. This is the secret to life. This is the secret to happiness as well as creativity. You need to give everything up that you want before you can get it. Because if you want it, you're saying, I don't have it. This is kind of like the law of attraction here a little bit. So you can kind of, look at it several ways. You can look at it as, from a, there's this Christian saying, I'm not Christian, but, I kind of like it. Maybe it's a spiritual saying. It says, empty your cup so that God can fill you up. And I would say empty your cup so that spirit can fill you up, or the universe can fill you up, or the creative intelligence that is in all matter can fill you up. So just become empty, and the best way to do this is through meditation, through practicing focusing your mind so that you can then have this expansive open awareness that will just, creativity is everywhere. It's happening within you every moment. Your heart is beating all the time. If you cut yourself, that's creativity, that's healing you. It's saying, okay, it's infinite intelligence, and it's saying, okay, there's something that needs to be recreated here. It needs to be healed. So this is the same thing that happens with music, with writing plays, with acting, with being creative in your parenting, being creative in your job. So it all comes from the same place. Getting new ideas, getting over depression, because all these things, all these creative blocks, depression, feeling stuck, all these come from a busy mind. And when we can release our mind a little bit, we have more space for happiness to flow through. We have more space for creativity to flow through and ideas, and it'll just make our life a heck of a lot better. So if you want to be creative, stop thinking so much, but don't try to stop thinking. Use a proven practice like meditation. Perhaps mantra meditation has been very good for me in the past. That's what I started with, using the word Om. I would just repeat Om, Om. Om, and it very quickly opens your mind and gives this spaciousness, and you kind of like go into a time warp, and then all of a sudden there's just emptiness, and all your worries go away, all your anxieties go away, and this joy arises. They call it samadhi. And the Buddha talks about that you need samadhi in order to become enlightened. You need samadhi in order to do vipassana, to discover the nature of reality. And that's all you're really doing when you're creating, is you're discovering the nature of creativity. And it's infinite. It's everything. It's anything. It's any possibility. So try meditating today. And I'll put a couple links below to a couple of my other videos talking about meditation and a couple of articles. So give it a shot, and I guarantee it'll help. Your creativity will explode. It's free. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to become anything, and you don't have to be a special person to be creative. Everybody's creative. A lot of people go around saying, I'm not creative at all. I don't have one creative bone in my body. And that's the worst thing you can do, because that's a limiting belief, and that says, I don't have the ability to tap into this creativity. I'm not special enough. And all these things are actually walls, and they're buying into identities that say, well, I can't create. And whatever you say is true for you. So say that you're able to tap into the infinite creative impulse of the universe, and all the creativity that's within the universe is within you also. And try meditation, and it'll definitely help you. I love you. It'll help you be happier. It'll help the world, because you won't be projecting so much anger, anxiety, fear, and judgment onto the world. It'll improve your relationships and just make everything a whole lot better. And you wait. This flow of creativity, if you can kind of open up your crown chakra a bit with meditation, it'll just flow right in, and your health will improve, and you'll feel more relaxed and feel happier. So enjoy. Try meditation. Let me know how this works for you, and let me know how your creativity explodes. If you have any more questions, comment below, and we'll talk to you soon. I love you. Peace.